Before I get into my review for Sakamoto Days Season 1, Episode 3, I'm going to preface the fact that yes, I am aware that as I'm making these videos for the new episode, that the next episode has already been out. For some reason, Netflix has decided to release episodes ahead of time in Japan. Basically, when America, and I think all of the world except for Japan, got episode 1 of Sakamoto Days, Japan got episodes 1 and 2. So pretty much Japan is just a week ahead of everyone else, which means that a lot of other people are seeing the new episodes before they're out in America on Netflix. However, because most of my audience is American, I'm just going to stick with the episodes that come out as they do. So for me, episode 3 on Netflix just came out today. That's what I'm going to be talking about. Sorry, that was a really long-winded intro. But anyways, let's talk about the episode. Was it an improvement from last week's? Because if you watched my video, I was a little negative. I wasn't the biggest fan of episode 2. Loved episode 1. Episode 2, not great. Not my favorite. If you want to go watch my full review, it is linked right up there. But yes, I will absolutely say this episode was definitely an improvement. It was also an improvement for the dub, because I mentioned for last week's, the dub was so bad I had to switch to the subs. And I'm normally a dub fan. Yes, that's kind of a hot take. I feel like as time goes on, though, that's becoming a more normalized thing. But the dub was really, really poor for episode 2. But episode 3, it was good. I was fine. This episode feels much more concise and enjoyable than last episode. We get a lot of great action, we get introduced to some fun characters, and overall, it's just a fun time. Lou as a character feels much better in this episode than she did in last episode, because I really like her in the manga, because the way they introduced her in last episode was just not great, but this episode she feels much more comfortable around the Sakamoto family, and therefore feels more comfortable with us, the audience. And the relationship that Shin and Lou have is fun to watch on screen, because they obviously disagree a lot, but they also work together very well. This episode also introduces us to the characters of Nagumo and Tatsu, both of which are some of my favorite characters so far. They're just both very likable and lively, and Sakamoto Days is full of these kinds of characters, and I can't wait to keep getting them as the show goes on. This episode has some amazing action choreography. We get Shin flying off of a roller coaster fighting Tatsu while he's poisoned, so he can't see very well, and he's still holding his own. However, in this episode, we get introduced to the fact that some people are immune to Shin's abilities. We don't know how yet, but we know that some people are, such as Nagumo and Tatsu. The audience is clued into the fact that the characters also don't know how Shin has these powers. Shin might know, we don't know. At one point, Lou asks Shin, how did you get these powers? But before he can answer, they see someone who's trying to kill Sakamoto and his family. So the mystery and greater story of the show is starting to unravel, and I think that's what makes this episode so much better than last episode. We're 3 episodes deep, so it's finally starting to feel like the show is kind of easing into what it is instead of trying to be something that it's not. It's funny, it's lighthearted, it's good action, and it's just an enjoyable story. Nothing super deep, but it understands that, and it really leans into that with this episode. We get some more clues into the greater world of bounty hunting and hitmen that Sakamoto was once a part of, because he now has a bounty on him of 1 billion yen. And I know that 1 yen is significantly less than $1, but 1 billion yen is still a lot of money. We see a lot more of Sakamoto's wife Aoi and his daughter in this episode, and that's nice. Once again, it very nicely contributes to the family element of Sakamoto Days. But they also don't shy away from having the incredible action that the manga is so renowned for. The fight between Shin and Tatsu when Shin is in the bunny suit and unable to see, and the only way he knows how to fight is by reading Sakamoto's mind, and as that's happening, Sakamoto's giving him instructions on what to do in this fight. That fight is great. It's really showing us how resourceful Shin and Sakamoto as a fighting duo can be. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I don't have as many thoughts on it as I did on last week's and the week before that, but I really enjoyed it. It's starting to become something I'm looking forward to again, because after last episode, I was just really kind of not feeling it, but I'm glad that they've picked up the pace and put us back into this good vibe of Saturday morning cartoons. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and maybe I'm tripping by saying that episode 2 was not as good as episodes 1 and 3, because I do think that that was a bit of a hot take. So if I'm wrong for that, let me know, but if you're with me, great. We can be in this together. So if you disagreed with that, let me know down below in the comments, but I'm sure we can all agree that this episode was very enjoyable. Make sure you go watch my videos covering episodes 1 and 2 so that we can all be on the same page together. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of the video. It really does mean a lot, truly. If you like me and you like my content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because that way you can easily find me again and watch all of my other videos. I post long form videos every single day, so make sure you never miss out. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.